Greetings, brothers and sisters. So there's three major or four major what I consider gaffes and missteps by the incoming administration, Biden and his team. And one of my viewers sent me this last night. And these things are all kind of pretty glaring, considering you want to have this be like a celebratory day. The day the president's sworn in is like a celebratory day, and you want it to go clean and, without any sort of, gaffes or whatever. Jojo, who's been a walking gaffe his whole career, he's just been sort of a screw-up. And now they have this. This is the first one.
It was an unprecedented situation. Hope will never have to be renewed again. And everyone handled with the most professionalism and duty and honor that you could be expected. The president, as commander-in-chief, I always respect and revere their service. And
so it starts here when his voice is starting to go. So this is, a big day, and he starts having issues. He's coughing. His voice is unclear.
That of their families. But now to today's announcement. Vice President Harris and I were joined by members of our COVID-19 response team, Dr. Tony Fauci, our chief COVID medical advisor.
So he's talking about COVID when his voice is going, like just bad, like this is, like bad luck, as Trump would put it, right? This is the bad luck Trump's talking about, like just not a good thing.
Javier Becerra, excuse me, our nominee for Secretary of Health.
So just so you know my life, as
Dr.
we're waiting to do this, I just agreed to...
Dr. Rochelle Walensky, she's going to be the director.
So then there's this voice coming on that's the person's talking about agreeing to a plea deal with the police, and I, for the life of me, can't understand how this happened. Let's listen to this again. This is the official White House YouTube channel, right? 1.9 million subscribers. So this is, Trump's videos used to be on this. This is official White House business. Let's listen to it again. Here he is coughing.
Excuse me. Our nominee for Secretary of Health.
So just so you know my life, as
Dr.
we're waiting to do this, I just agreed to...
Dr. Rochelle Walensky, she's going to be the director.
So this was live. That happened live. And that means that recording was playing somewhere in this room. I don't know if somebody left something there to play at a certain point. I mean, I don't know how that happened. Is that somebody's ringtone? It seems like it's Hunter Biden saying that he agreed to a plea deal. I mean, that's what people are speculating. And so this is weird, like, really weird. This is a room that should only have a few people in it. The people who are filming is going live on YouTube and live across. I don't know if other people got this, right? Other speeches. I should probably search. I should probably go look for that. If there's other speeches that have the same, that other people who covered this. So I did some searching, and I couldn't find this speech anywhere in terms of, 5 minutes of searching on YouTube. I did some more searching. Here's some sort of bison, but this is another version of the speech. Somebody else posting this, a local news station, and there's no glitch in this one.
But now to today's announcement. Vice President Harris and I were joined by members of our COVID-19 response team, Dr. Tony Fauci, our chief COVID medical advisor, Javier Becerra, excuse me, our nominee for Secretary of Health and Human Services, Dr. Vivek Murthy, our nominee for Surgeon General, Dr. Rochelle Walensky, she's going to be the director for the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and Dr. Marcelo Nunez-Smith, who will be leading our equity work in the COVID response, and Jeff Zients and Natalie.
So it's not there. This is where he's going to sign the executive order. There's Fauci. Kamala's over there. And this is, I guess this must be outside the Oval Office or something. I don't know. And there's no glitch in this one. So this is from C-SPAN, and it's very similar to the one from Channel 10. There's no glitch in this one either.
Advisor, Javier Becerra, excuse me, our nominee for Secretary of Health and Human Services, Dr. Vivek Murthy, our nominee for Surgeon General, Dr. Rochelle Walensky, she's going to be the director for the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and Dr. Marcelo Nunez-Smith.
So again, there's no glitch in this one as well. So it's very odd. They have different camera angles. It was a local news channel that covered this. Channel 10 that must be from like DC or Virginia or something like this. And they don't have the glitch. And so that was a live feed. The first one was the official White House YouTube channel. You see here it says streamed live 20 hours ago. So that was a live feed. C-SPAN is also a live feed. And I don't know, the Channel 10 seemed to get theirs from C-SPAN. And that they must have been using C-SPAN's footage when they posted theirs. And those are the only three that I could find. And one of them has what appears to be Hunter Biden talking about a plea deal. And the other two don't. And it was a live stream. And so what I would assume happened is there was audio in the room. Somebody had that in the room playing, someone maybe around the camera or something, and it picked it up, because you really can't, when you're doing a live feed, you can't insert an audio file. And maybe C-SPAN had noise canceling microphone or whatever they had on theirs, and the whitehouse.gov didn't. So it's just bizarre, like, to have that when they're discussing this stuff and whatever's going on here, and then have Hunter Biden, it appears to be Hunter Biden, talking about a plea deal, is just weird. Like, it's just, you know, doesn't make sense at all. Like, it just, why would that happen? Like some sort of divine intervention here. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's a mystery wrapped around an enigma. Then there's Katy Perry, who delivered this right outside. You know, this is an obelisk. It's a Freemasonic symbol. The Washington Monument, of course, George Washington was a Freemason. You see an obelisk in what I believe is called St. Peter's Square in the Vatican. And these obelisks are all over the place. They're supposed to be something that delivers like low vibration or something. And it's right across from the White House. And so it's a weird, I mean, she's wearing this white, like, Hunger Games type of, because we'll get into Lady Gaga in a moment. And just the way that she is with her hair slicked back and, you know, the white gloves and all this stuff. And she's singing Firework, and which is a weird choice, you know, for swearing in a president. Your original cannot be replaced. And so there's just a massive amount of fireworks going on, and there's nobody there, right? I mean, there's the National Guard, but they've cleared out. There's no real people there, right? And so this is like a real waste of money. And then the Bidens come out. You know, they're here, and they're right there's the Washington Monument, and just they're wearing black and white. Just, you know, all these things are stagecraft, and they're wearing masks. Again, this happened a lot. Now, they're around each other all the time. They're not wearing masks with each other. We see him take his mask off. So again, this is stagecraft, but there's just this weird, I mean, why fireworks? You know, there's not a lot of excitement about Joe Biden. There was never any much excitement about him in terms of the general population, even among Democrats. What they really wanted was to remove Donald Trump. I mean, that was what this campaign and what this past 4 years has been about with the media and the Democratic Party and everybody. And, you know, they got him. I mean, but it wasn't clean, and it wasn't really, you know. And now you have this problem where when you remove the villain, when the villain dies, the show ends, right? When you make a TV show or movie where it's about the central piece to it, the central theme is defeating a villain. And a good villain makes a movie. The villain character is always more interesting in movies and TV shows. And so when you remove the villain, when the hero kills off the villain, that just the energy goes out of it, especially if the hero's bland and you never really kind of like the hero, you just dislike the villain. I mean, they do this on reality TV shows like The Bachelor, for, you know, something like that. where they have someone play the villain character and everybody hates the villain, and you know all the people watching it are hoping the villain doesn't, you know, make it to the end or whatever it is, but the energy goes out of the show as soon as the villain gets voted off or whatever, doesn't get a rose. I mean, it's, you know, it's how they script these things. The villain is where all the energy is. And for Trump and the Trump haters, they've been waiting. There's been so much energy around the presidency and Trump, and now there's a complete lull, right? There's, you know, what are they going to do now? What is the media going to cover? I mean, I was just watching the news a little bit, and it's just so bland, and they're literally talking about Trump impeachment. You know, they still are focused on Trump, but his presence is gone. And this weird stagecraft, and there's no reason for them to be wearing a mask. They're together all the time. They can't wear masks all the time around each other, like I said. I mean, clearly they're not doing that. And so this whole thing, and the firework is supposed to be celebratory, and there's no energy with this, right? You know, they're out there looking at the fireworks. There's nobody there. There's just all National Guard. And Katy Perry singing her heart out. And there they are, these guys, Dougie Fresh, Lincoln behind them, right? This is all stagecraft. Looking up the fireworks. What's Dougie Fresh looking at? She's looking at the fireworks. Dougie Fresh, you know, and so it's just bizarre, right? Look at they're applauding the fireworks. He was looking over there on the right, and there's just again like a total waste of money and just empty, right? Just, you know, limping into the White House after the whole Trump thing, and look at Katy Perry do her thing. Sing it's firework, baby, you're a firework. Boom, 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 brighter than the moon, 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 moon. And so my dogs are looking at me. They know that firework is just a bizarre choice. And Katy Perry, you know. And so this was, to me, weird, right? A weird gaffe, and then the whole thing with the Washington Monument, again, celebrating Freemasonry. Okay, so then there was this. So this is that character from the Hunger Games, and she's wearing this, right? And then she wore this, and this is a big, you know, this is going around. This is Vivian Kubrick, no relation to Stanley. But you remember this character from the Hunger Games movies. And this, you know, Mockingjay thing. And why is she wearing the exact same thing? You know, basically, the exact same thing. And so, you know, like that's a gaffe. That's something that shouldn't happen. Like you have all this drama and weirdness surrounding just their first day. Like they couldn't pull off the inauguration without multiple gaffes. And I already covered how on his very first day, one of the things he did was to follow Chrissy Teigen. And apparently he wasn't following anybody on Twitter, so he followed Dougie Fresh, you know, Doug, the first dude or second dude, you know, Kamala Harris's husband. He followed Dougie Fresh and a few other people in his administration, Susan Rice and things like this. And then he followed one celebrity. It was Chrissy Teigen. Like his first day when he's coming into office and signing all these executive orders, he makes this significant statement. That's a, you know, a social media statement for somebody who's the incoming president, like a celebrity. When a celebrity follows somebody, it's a big deal, right? And he's coming in and his choice to follow Chrissy Teigen. So as far as I know, without really doing any sort of research, this is just stuff that people sent me. My wife sent me this, and somebody else sent me the other thing. And I just happened to see on YouTube Trends, they were trending that Katy Perry singing Firework, and I'm like, well, that's a weird choice. And then I was making this video, you know, and somebody sent me this on Instagram at the same time, so I thought I'd include it. This is them walking down the street, Jill Biden and Joe Biden, and this is from, I guess, A Handmaid's Tale. Is this A Handmaid's Tale? I think, yes. I haven't, you know, ever watched that. I did videos. I'm not sure who these people are back here, but their outfits seem to match up a little bit, right, with The Handmaid's Tale. And somebody's pointing this out. Just like what is going on here? you know, they choose all these outfits. They're not random. They have professionals that come in and do this stagecraft and the setting and choose all these things. I mean, you see the masks are matching their outfits and all these things. I mean, it's coordinated. It's political theater. And, you know, there's all this weirdness in it. There's the glitch with the Hunter Biden thing, and then there's the stuff with Katy Perry and Lady Gaga, and this, which is, you know, definitely has some, I mean, you can see there's something here, like it's not nothing. And so, you know, it's kind of a glitch fest on day one. It's not even smooth, right? And Joe Biden having his voice go when he's talking about COVID, and then what appears to be Hunter Biden talking about a plea deal. He's, you know, and this Hunger Games theme, because I felt like Katy Perry sort of was dressed in a Hunger Games way. So given everything that's going on, this isn't a good look, and just, you know, to me, a disaster. And, like, they can't pull it off, especially the thing with Hunter Biden, because I'm not sure how that happens. Like, I don't know how you get Hunter Biden's voice, if that is Hunter Biden, I don't know. But how you get Hunter Biden's voice, or anybody, like, just having that in the background. Like, there's only 4 people in the room. What is that, you know, how does that audio end up on the, interrupting the speech? And so, you know, it's a glitch fest on JoJo's first day. Only spirituality will save this world, JoJo. It's Paul Romano, definitely reporting from the Apocalypse and the Ascension. Everyone have a blessed day and be grateful.